So an essential part of winning big in the music business is growing your brand on the internet, social media. Instagram is a powerful tool to grow an audience and to get people familiar with your brand and your product. I have Mathew Espinoza here,
What's up, everybody?
who has about 5 million followers on Instagram. Started early with the Vine days,
Yep.
and has built himself a fantastic career winning big in business on social media. So he's going to give us some tips on how you yourself can also build your brand on Instagram.
So yeah, I mean, the first things first, you kind of have to figure out what you love to do. Figure out who you are, because if you don't know who you are, you're not going to know what to post. You're just going to be posting up a picture of a car, then a picture of a sunset, then a picture of a coffee, then a picture of a sandwich, and then a selfie, and no one's going to really know who you are or anything like that. So figure out what you like and start going around that. If you like comedy, start posting comedy videos. Another thing to do is figure out the app. Play around with it. Figure out who's popping on it and why they're popping, and study the things they do. There's no reason why you should have all these comments and not replying to them. Like, if there's anyone DMing you, reply to them. There's so many ways to emotionally attach yourself to someone, but not that many people like really capitalize on that. So just a simple thank you for liking my video, or thank you for commenting. Like, little things like that go such a long way. So it's the little things in social media, like the quick comments that count. You know, it's not just about the big numbers, it's about commenting back to everyone too.
As you can see, Mathew has a lot to share. So we're going to reel back for a second and we're going to talk about artists that specifically want to win big in the music business. Now, you aren't necessarily a musician, but the same strategy applies whether you're a musician, you're a comedian, you're an actor, whatever it is.
For sure.
By building yourself on Instagram or social media.
Yeah.
So what is one way that you would give advice to someone that's making music, you know, next to what you just kind of said, that was more about finding who you are first, right? But I know what I want to be.
Yeah.
I'm a musician, I want to grow, I want to build my brand, I want people to get familiar with my music. What kind of advice would you give to that artist that's just starting and doesn't understand how to be effective on Instagram?
So one thing that Lil Nas X did is, when he had his song that he knew was the one, you know, Old Town Road, he went out and created 50 plus memes for this song, and he just put them all out. He just put out all the targets and just took some shots.
Right.
Only like 2 or 3 of them hit, but those are the ones that made Old Town Road still, to this day, the biggest song to ever hit the Billboard charts ever.
Right.
So he figured it out. He figured out, okay, this is the song, I want to put this meme to it, and that's how it is. So for me, and what I would have to say with musicians and stuff, I guess it's figuring out, okay, this is, like, let's say I'm doing more of like an electronic song or whatever. Put out as many electronic visuals with that song as well. Like put a visual with the, however it may be, just so people can have, if they don't like it like this, they can like it like that.
Right.
Give so many people, give people a way to see it in so many different lights.
Right.
Like, if someone didn't like that one meme from Lil Nas and they come across another one, oh, that one was funny, I like that.
Right.
They share it, boom, they just got turned a hater into a lover of the song, because
Right.
that meme fit that one better for that person.
Right, right.
So it's just figuring out and just putting out as much content ever. And like people like DaBaby. DaBaby's a genius.
Right.
He has the hardest rap music ever, but the funniest, most amazing music videos.
Right.
Like, that's just quality content.
Right.
And like, that's what people want to see. It's such a yin and yang, you know, where you have such a colorful, like, fun, exciting, funny video, but then like dope lyrics, like hard rap lyrics too. It's like, it's such a mesh of worlds that it's so interesting. And like, that's why DaBaby's where DaBaby is right now. It's like, is not only because of his amazing music, but because of his amazing music videos. Real Ghost, I think, is the director of his. But yeah, no, it's just figuring out a way to make yourself unique, and content, a lot of content.
Right.
Just consistent
The
content.
dirt pile strategy, we talk about in the book. So what do you think makes somebody like DaBaby or Lil Nas X understand that's what they need to do? Like, if he's doing hard hip hop, why do you think he was like, oh man, I need to make some stuff that's funny, or it doesn't really reflect what the song is doing? And how can a new artist decide, oh, but that's not on brand with me? Because one of the things we talk about is staying on brand, right? So when you know what you are, just like you said, when you understand who you are, start really putting that out there so people understand what you are. If DaBaby's coming out with hard-ass music, as you say, would being comical really be on brand with that music? And how would one know that it's okay to kind of veer over here a little bit and it's not really on brand with my music, but it's kind of like a hook to get them over to my music. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
For sure. I think why he thought it would be okay, and why it is, in my opinion, completely okay, is because the music's actually good. Like, that's just what I feel like what it comes down to. Like, if the quality is there, it could have been a short film that he did in the music video, and then it still would have been really good. But the fact that the song was good, he could have done anything with it. He could have been a chef in a kitchen, like, you know what I'm saying? It just works. And also, I feel like that's on brand for DaBaby, because I feel like that's who DaBaby is. I feel like he actually is like a funny guy too. I feel like growing up, I feel like he probably was a funny guy who likes watching funny things. Cause like, that's probably what drew him towards doing that. Cause he looks like he's having fun in the music videos. Like, he's also looking hard, but like one thing that music videos, like for rappers, I feel like they want to look cool. Obviously, like for any music video, everyone looks cool, and DaBaby's just having fun. Like, and he knows he looks cool throughout the whole process.
Fun is cool.
Fun is cool. So it just goes hand in hand. Like, he knows no matter what, he's gonna look cool. So he's like, might as well have fun with it.
Right. I was saying that I've always said, would you rather be funny or cool? And I've always said I'd rather be funny
all day long.
Because cool is not funny, but funny is cool.
Yeah, funny, exactly. like you can meet a cool person who isn't funny, but like majority of funny people are cool.
Right.
If they know when to like not be funny.
100%.
You know, like, cause they gotta know the balance, obviously. But so that's why it's cool. Like same how we were talking about balance just now. Like DaBaby, how he had that Broadway type thing with Jabberwocky's Bop or whatever. It's just like genius.
Right.
It's just like you don't see that much anymore. Like he's just an innovator.
How much music do you discover on Instagram?
I used to discover a good amount. Now I'm more like SoundCloud and Spotify, like really digging deep. You know, through like different like artist song radios and stuff, like finding out all that. But I don't know. I mean, it gets to a point sometimes on Instagram or like TikTok where like, or on social media in general, where like if a song is too connected to a meme or too connected to a trend, it's hard to hear that outside of social media. It's hard to take that song and like just want to play it in your car, because you're gonna always now think, oh, this is like the Instagram video, and so it's a balance, you know.
So with engagement going down, algorithms changing, where do you see Instagram going in 2020?
It's a good question. They started obviously taking away likes and stuff. So
how do you feel about that?
I think it's good and bad. I think it's good because it'll help with people's potential like insecurities of numbers and stuff, but it's also bad because like it had that much of an effect on our society where we needed to do that. That was like the fact that we needed to change it was an issue in itself. The fact that we got that deep into like caring about these numbers, which I'm not gonna same thing with me. So I can't even really say like, oh, how are these people caring about these? Like, I'm the same way. So like, I fully understand.
The same way. How do you mean?
Like, if I post this, I'm just like, man, it's that like that scaredness. Like, is this video gonna do well or is it not gonna do well? Because it's just like one of those things. Like, they don't even show it to all your followers anymore. So it's just like, is this gonna be okay for them? Is my video gonna be okay for Instagram to want to put out everywhere, or for Twitter, or for whatever it may be? Because now they're just really, there's so many creators now that they can't just put every video at the Explore page. They have to be like, oh, that one's doing good. That one's more of a bigger demographic. Let's put that one on because that one's going to get a bigger explosion of like the common, demographic. So
back to the original question. So where do you see Instagram going as a whole, as it's affecting new creators, especially musicians?
I don't know, man. It's so difficult to. That's one thing I've been curious. I've been just kind of like sitting back watching Instagram a lot. I'm just like, I genuinely don't know or have an idea of where it's going to go, because once you take away likes, it's like that was how someone could gauge how they're doing. You know, if you're working out every day, you could take a photo every week and see like as yourself getting bigger. I take screenshots. I see how my followers are going. I see the growth of it. I see the likes. I'm like, okay, cool. But now if like, and also other people can see that too, and they see that you're growing too. But like now if they can't see that, they're just like,
now it comes down to, do I just like it or not?
Do I just like it? And it's just like,
it's not like, does everybody else like it, so I should like it. Now it's just, do I genuinely like it?
Exactly. So, which is, like I said, it's good and bad. You know, it's good that people are now like not thinking so much about the numbers, but it sucks that we had to get to that point. I feel bad for a lot of the kids that was holding them back so much.
So let's start from the beginning. I'm a new artist. I want to get cracking on social media. What would you give advice? What advice would you give to say, like, here's how you start? I just opened my account. I'm just going to start promoting my content. What is the best, most effective way to start as a new artist?
Putting out content. You know, like compared to just making a Twitter so you can push something on YouTube, put that video on Twitter. You know, like because people aren't going to trust going to a link of someone that they don't even follow yet.
Right.
They don't even know anything about that person.
Right.
So it's like there's no trust. There's 1,000,001 people on social media. There's 1,000,000 people doing things on social media, but it's like, oh, I don't even know you. I just followed you. You just made it. It just says you made your account yesterday, and you're already telling me to go on YouTube?
Yeah.
I don't even know what type of music you got.
Right,
So it's like maybe put out some things about your personality. Like if you're a funny person, have your first tweet be a funny joke.
Yeah.
Simple as that. You know, like if you're an artist, put out some lyrics.
Right.
Put out some. If you rap, put out a freestyle. Just record yourself freestyling.
Right. Be relatable.
Be relatable. Like put yourself in a scenario where you feel like if you were on Twitter, what would you want to see?
Right.
Would you trust going randomly on this person's music video? Would you waste the next 3 minutes of your life on a potential good artist?
Right.
No, you want to make sure it's a good artist. Now,
Right.
if DaBaby puts out a song or Chance the Rapper, whoever may be, like, oh, I trust them.
Right.
I'll click this YouTube video.
Right. But they even had to start at one point.
Of course, they had to. You know, so and that's why Chance put out all the freemium content. That's why they call it freemium, because it's like he was putting everything on SoundCloud.
Right.
It's like, here, take it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make you buy it right away,
Yeah.
but I think it's good enough for you to just listen to it.
Right.
If you like it, share it.
Right.
Comment.
Well, I mean, a lot of
know.
artists do that now. A lot of artists just give away free music.
give away
And
free
it's just
music,
like back in the day with mixtapes. Everybody would just make full albums and throw them out in the street, preparing to get you excited for when the real album comes.
Exactly.
Hopefully you'll go buy it now.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
it's the same thing with artists nowadays. But if everybody's doing it, how do you stand out?
Good music.
Yeah.
You know, like there's a certain social currency that comes with quality things,
Right.
and that's how virality is made, whether that's through a viral Instagram video, YouTube video, a viral song, a movie. It's
Right.
all through word of mouth. Word of mouth will never die.
Right.
You know, and like that's like whether it's a group chat of everyone saying, yo, check out this video,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this is insane.
Right.
And then like 13 of those people in that group chat showing their 13 friends, like boom,
Right.
social currency, just like growing because it's quality.
Right.
Because they didn't get that before
Right.
until right then and there. So everything comes with quality first.
How important is somebody's bio on their Instagram? What it says, what they're telling you to do, the links that are on there.
Dude, that's a good question. The bios, I think some of the bios that always intrigue me the most are when I can get like a quick sliver of their personality, which is cool. But other times people would just like will put links and stuff, which I mean I do too. But I like it when I can just when no one puts any links and it's just like it's the pool theory.
I like sunflowers.
I like some. You're just like
that's actually kind of cool.
That's cool. I want to check more about
sunflowers
this
are so important to this guy. He
Like,
wanted us to know.
Exactly.
He likes
So it's like
sunflowers.
exactly, and like one thing me and my brother always talk about because he graduated for business and marketing, so we always talk about like different strategies to grow on social media. One thing he always taught me about is the push and pull theory. If you're always like, follow this Twitter, follow my Instagram, follow my YouTube, have you followed my TikTok yet? Like just like always in their face, like everyone's gonna be like, yo, chill, like
Right.
just give me some content first, and I'll make the decision if I want to follow you. It's the pull theory, like.
Basically, sell yourself.
Just sell
before you
yourself
sell
and
what you're
give them
selling.
exactly. Sell yourself. Give them the opportunity to follow you before you're telling them to follow you. Like
Right.
people are being told who to follow, what to buy, who to like look at every day, all day long.
Right.
If you're that one breath of fresh air, that's like, yo, just enjoy my content. You want to follow me? Go for it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you the content because I want to put it out.
Right.
Not because I expect something.
Right. Well, that requires a lot of patience.
Yeah,
In
I
a
mean,
day and age where
it's a
people are not very
marathon.
patient.
It's a marathon, and social media has built this.
Instant gratification.
Instant, yeah, you upload a video, if it doesn't do well on the first day, you're like, man, I'm such a failure, I'm demotivated to make
Have
more.
you taken down stuff because it didn't perform as well as you thought it would?
For sure. I uploaded a YouTube video when I was in Colombia. I was editing it, and I made it like a whole week before I went out there. It was a song we made in a grocery store. We recorded all these beats and stuff, and like my friends are producers in like in the EDM world, and we like it was a good song. Like you wouldn't know it was made from grocery store sounds if you just heard it.
Yeah.
And the video did terrible on YouTube, and I was like, this is so weird, and I don't know why. Like my other videos have done okay before, but it was that one specific video, so I was like, all right, whatever, and I took it down because it's like you don't want someone looking at that be like, oh, I'm not gonna look at his other videos because that one did bad or whatever.
Right.
People like, they go off past, you're only as good as your past YouTube video. You're only good as your last
hit record.
hit record. Like, that's just like for every industry, it's like, yeah. So.
Right. So you just mentioned that you edit your own videos. How important is it for somebody to be self-contained? And how much do they need to know to create the kind of content that will have the impact that, say, you've had? You shoot and edit your own videos?
Yeah, for the most part. It depends on the magnitude of the video. If it's something that I know I can't grasp, then I definitely have someone else come in. But for the most part, editing is what got me into video making back in like 3rd grade. I was like on Windows Movie Maker on my parents' laptop, using footage from like football games and stuff, like putting music on it and just transitions and seeing what I liked about it.
Right.
So to me, editing is like an important part of the process for most videos. But for the longer videos, I definitely like just let someone else do it.
Now, on your longer pieces of content, do you ever cut them in pieces and kind of steer people to other social media platforms, or, you know, kind of use it to have a more long play strategy, like pieces of the video to keep you coming back to see more? How can you be more strategic with your content?
By not always trying to push someone to another social media app.
So stay where they are.
Stay where they are. Like if you uploaded a TikTok, or if you uploaded a funny YouTube, for instance, and like you were saying, like cutting it or whatever, just cut it and put it on Twitter. And you don't necessarily have to say, hey, full video on my YouTube, because now someone, the way that their mind works, someone's, even a 13-year-old, 12, like they're smart now. Like they'll look at that and be like, oh, this is just a promo. I'm not going to go to it. If I don't trust it, I'm not going to go to it. But if it's just a random video on Twitter, like, oh, okay, cool. I'm going to pull it, and it's like, whoa, this is funny. Wait, there's more to it? How do I... Oh, he has a YouTube. Oh, okay. I just found the rest of the YouTube video. Okay, dope. This is dope. You just brought someone in and you didn't even have to give them a YouTube link.
Right.
So it's just like...
So don't tell them. Just let them do it on their own.
Just let them do it,
if
because...
the content is good enough, they're going to go fish for more.
Exactly. And like it also gets to a point where it's like, that is cross-platforming or cross-promoting across all your platforms just organically. Right. It's not like, hey, go check out my YouTube. It's like, I already made this YouTube video. The fans on YouTube are going to watch it. I'm just grabbing this snippet and putting it on Twitter so I can potentially get more Twitter fans.
Right.
I just want to get more engagement on Twitter, let's say.
Right.
So I'm going to put it just on Twitter.
Right.
And that's it. And if anyone wants to figure out more content, and the 13-year-olds on social media are better than the FBI nowadays. Like they'll figure it out. They'll figure out how to get more how to get more content. So
what do you think people are doing most wrong on Instagram?
It's a good question. It's so hard now because Instagram is such a difficult platform. Like, so many people are just like losing followers consistently. So I guess one thing that people aren't doing correctly is just engaging in their audience and figuring out throughout all their posts which ones do the best and why they do the best. And then not capitalizing on that. They just want to do what they want to do, which is fine, you know, like it's their platform, they can do whatever they want. But it's like, if you want growth, you have to figure out what works and then just do the same thing.
Right.
You know?
So if something works, keep doing it.
Yeah, don't rock the boat.
If it's not working,
don't
try something different.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
'Cause it's like doing the same thing and expecting different results is like the definition of like insanity. Like it just doesn't work.
So says Albert Einstein. So you talked about you know, doing things to be able to promote across different social platforms. A new social platform that everyone's on is TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok, yes.
So
TikTok.
We're gonna, on the next video, talk about TikTok. You ready to talk about that?
Let's do it.
Get familiar.